Hello guys, Madmaxed again with a raid video. Today I'm going to go over Spider 6, hard. I've seen a lot of people in chat, they keep talking about doing Spider 20 and all that, and they kind of do it fast. But I've got a fast Spider hard 16. The reason you do Spider hard is because you start going through, you're going to get a few mythicals, and the mythicals aren't that important. I understand that. But you can come out sometimes with a mythical that may have 10% attack in it, which really helps you as a subset. But it's not only that, but you get more Legos, you get more epics, you get less rares. It's more money for you when you sell the trash. And, so it's just a better run for you. I mean, all the way around. There's more coins and all that. It's slower, though. It's like I was using a different team than what I'm doing right now, but I've got a 30-second or a sub 30-second run for this. So we're going to go in and we're going to run it and show you what it does. We got Bad L, we got Lydia, we got Valkyrie, we got Prince, and we got Seer. Now, okay, so we started off, and the first thing we're going to do is we got to have Prince go first. He has to be the fastest. Doesn't matter what he throws, as long as he doesn't throw the cooldown one first. All the other ones are there is just nothing but to buff you. And as you notice, Seer almost died, and I try to up her defense, try to up her hit point. Even Prince almost died there. He got hit so hard. But anyway, the buffs go back up because of his cooldown thing. Everybody got the cooldowns. She sits down, removes them again, instant kill. So this was 29 seconds. I have run this thing 5 times in a row. It's always 29 seconds. It's a really good team to do. And I mean, you can't really kill Spider much quicker than that unless you got like 2 nuts. And, that's the only thing I know that can do it any quicker. But this is a team that you got to be toward the end game because you have to have Lydia for it to work. But you might be able to get by without Lydia. I don't know, but if I were going to do it without Lydia, I would put Thayan in to do the weaken and to do the weaken and drop defense. And you still might be able to pull it off by putting somebody like Helmut in for Valkyrie, because you don't really need Valkyrie. You just need somebody that throws a lot of buffs up. And so when you look at this, you can get somebody even has more buffs that you start out with. And I think like Helmut throws even a little bit more, or somebody like Mausoleum Maze even, because like you can have him throw up his three buffs. Because all you're trying to do is get more buff for her to remove so you do more damage. Because her damage is based on how many buffs you remove. So, Mausoleum Mage has a lot of buffs. Let me see if I can find Helmut. I know Helmut has a lot of buffs. He has these 3 too. So, you can sit down and use him as in place of Valkyrie. And, and you can probably get the same results. So it doesn't really take exactly these 3 champions, but you really need, but you really got to have Prince to make this work good, because nobody else is going to do those cooldowns like that. So let's go into the champs. Let's look at why they're geared, how fast they are. All right, so Prince goes first. So let me find him. So Prince is at 265 speed. And so he's really fast. So he has a fair amount of hit points. He's got 45k worth of hit points. His attack is 2,500. He is attack based. But, in his defense is 3,000. And his crit rate's at 108 with Bad L as the leader. So your crit rate is actually over the 100% when you have Bad L in the league, because he gives you 25% crit rate for the aura. All right, so the crit damage is 210. His resist is 169, and his accuracy is 251. Now you may say, well, he's the only guy. I use him in Tag Team Arena and some other places too. You may say, well, why you got his accuracy up so high? Because if he doesn't have enough accuracy, he's not going to be able to remove all those buffs from the champion and place him to sleep. And I use him sometimes, and I use him in Doom Tower some. I'm stripping those guys of buffs, placing them to sleep. It works really great. Because sometimes, you'll go in, you've got like you've got like the Chris, and they've already got all those buffs up, and he removes that, puts them to sleep. All that helps. So, and he helps in tag team too. So his masteries are basically the offensive line going down since his attack, and then I've got it where he increases the duration of his buff and debuffs on both of those, and of course then you've got the extra accuracy, and I usually take Lord of Steel to get that 15% extra boost from it, and that's his masteries. All right, so then the next one it goes is Lydia. So Lydia goes up, and if you look at her, she's at 164. She's only just slightly slower than what Prince is. I really wouldn't mind having Prince another 1 or 2 points higher, so it's absolutely 100% chance, because even when it's like only a 1 point lead, sometimes they can mess that up. But it hasn't so far. But, her defense, I've got up really high, and her HP, she's attack based. She doesn't have a lot of attack points. So, and for what I've got her attack up probably as much as I've got her, for her attack, for that is almost as much as what her defense boosts are, because she doesn't have a lot of attack to start with. But what you're looking for her with is those buffs and debuffs that she throws, which are really good. All right, so she's got 99% crit rate with Bad L in the lead. Bad L is also in the lead for my clan boss. I use her in my clan boss, Bad L, my clan boss team. Usually I do 55K on any color with the clan boss team I've got. 55 mil on Ultra Nightmare. It's not a bad clan boss team. And I could probably build an unkillable team that does better and quicker, but, I really kind of like this team as far as it goes. And I really didn't sit down and took the time to actually rebuild the team yet. Because it takes a lot of time to get a clan boss team exactly right, as anybody knows. She got 302 resists, won a lot of resists, especially in Doom Tower High, the high Doom Towers. And then you've got 264 accuracy. That is enough for Doom Tower, because I've got usually Myrtle for the lead for that. And I've got plenty of resist, and when you're getting Doom Tower up the levels, so I want to be able to ability champs to do multiple places. Okay, so her masteries are, basically the offensive line going down. This one I probably screwed up with the speed buff here, and I probably should have placed the extend the duration for 30%. And if I go back and redo this, I'll probably take this one. The only thing I would do different. And of course, she's got the Lord of Steel for the extra one for that. The next thing up is Valkyrie, of course. Like I said, you don't have to use Valkyrie. Valkyrie is just there for that shield and that counter. And that's all she's there for. And it's just for those extra 2 buffs that she throws for this. And I could actually do better by taking somebody, but it's still going to take 2 turns. So I could do it with somebody like Helmont. You could replace Helmont with that. And and if you had to actually replace Lydia, I would probably replace Lydia with Fagan for that decreased defense and that decrease, that weaken. But she doesn't throw up any buffs. So with less buffs, Seer's going to do less damage. So I would probably pull Valkyrie out. I would probably put Helmont in. And Helmont's going to give you 1 extra buff, so you're going to still be 1 buff short, is what you're going to be. You can put Helmont in, you can put Mausoleum Mage. There's several champs that throw 3 buffs at one time. That's all you want to do is pull the guy out with a bunch of buffs. Okay, so, and it would probably work better with Helmont, because he actually does increase attacks and all that. So, her masteries are, it's defense, because, you want her, she doesn't have any buffs at all. So you don't care about accuracy. So what you want to do, you want to get her defense up as high as possible. Because her defense makes the difference on her shield value. And I probably, if I went in and redid her, I would probably remove War Master and I'd probably put that other 200 defense on her. Because 200 defense is going to give you 1,400 more shield, which, that can help, that helps you. And the shield actually does the most damage that she does when she throws it, when she throws shield and counter. Okay, so that's her. See her at the end. I haven't even ever finished up her masteries. I mean, she's always worked in the dungeons for me, and I just really haven't went through and just finished them up. And I probably should, but and it would get her to have a little bit more damage, of course, if I can find her. A lot of champs in here. Where is Seer? I thought she was up at the top. Oh, in the 50s. Fine. So we got Seer right there. Seer doesn't have her masters completely done. I would go down, probably pull a War Master on her. I would probably do some of the other stuff. There are a few more I would probably take in the support line. Maybe the debuff up because make them sleep longer if you actually got it up. And it increase. Probably I would take that one, and then the rest I would take down to the War Master line on her. But it works just fine the way it is. Artifacts. I've got 4,300 hit points on her. 44. She's a little bit on the squishy side. She has really low defense. That's why. And with only like 2,300, what is it, 2,100 defense, she gets squishy. Her speed is at 219. So, if I'm going to have to redo this for 10, I'm going to have to make her faster and have to make Bad L both faster. Bad L has going to have to be faster than her, and she has to be faster than this because the spider goes before they do. And I'm still afraid that she's just going to get wiped because the spider hits a lot harder at 10. But she got 193% crit damage. Now, the reason you want your crit damage up high, and she has 100% crit rate, because with Bad L, she goes from 98, Bad L gives 25, so she's over the crit rate part. So she's got 303 accuracy because I do use her in Doom Tower, and I use another lead for Aura, because like when you get in the very top of Doom Tower, you need over 350 accuracy. She's got 148 resist. I mean, all this stuff, the more you can get, the better. And, so she's got actually, a 40% crit damage banner on. She's got she's got crit damage gloves on. And, so it's trying to get the best stats that you can possibly get with the gear that you got. And that's on any of them. So when you get done, yeah, and I mean, I pulled an iron wheel thing out on her. So, I've got that in on her. She's just an epic, though. She's only got a 1-star one. So, when you go in, and we're going to show you how you set the thing up for auto. Because, I was doing a minute and a half runs about with another team and not doing this. But when you've got a lot of energy saved up for CVC, this can take you 8 hours of run time just constantly. And this, it's like even with auto clickers and stuff, that's still a very long time. And maintenance comes up sometime while you're doing it and all that. And, it takes forever. So when you're going in and you're looking at this for the dungeon, this is the setup for it. So that it automatically does it. It's on auto every time. So this is the team setup. And they're all the way down at the bottom, unfortunately. Okay. So, when you look at this, we got Bad L. He does malice. And, that's his number one thing. That's all he's ever going to throw, the 2 rounds. And guys, please remember, subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up if you like it. And I hope this helps you out anyway. But Lydia, all you do is do the number 1 on the Siren's Well, because she's going to throw it every time, because she's going to decrease the defense. She's going to throw up those 2 buffs. Bad L, he's going to throw up the poison, of course, and the 2 buffs from the heals. Then you've got Lydia. She's going to throw up the 2 buffs from it. And like I said, you can remove Lydia for somebody that throws up 3 buffs, but because it's not going to make any difference. you pull out an epic and throw in there. You just got to have the speed up to that, and you got to have somebody tanky enough to be able to survive too. The reason I used her, she's defensive. She's really tanky. She's one of the tankiest people I've got. So then the important thing with Prince is to make sure that you do either Abysmal Glaze or you do Phantom Fire. It doesn't matter, either one. But you got to have them do the opener. When you do this, they have to do the opener first because you do not want them to use Seal of Magic starting out. So you just sit down and you use that, put a few fighters to sleep, and you're going to have two more. Then, of course, she comes in and she does the Karma Burn. She removes all the buffs from all the allies and the enemies, and then she attacks all the enemies, and damage is increased according to the number of removed buffs. It has a 50% chance placing sleep for one turn, but the chance increases by 5 for every buff removed. Well, just on Spider alone, they have 6 buffs up, all of them. And, and some of them have, like, the thing that gives them shield. So they've really got, a lot of them have, like 7 buffs. When you start looking, because I have those rings for that. And so they do that. Prince comes back the very next time. He throws up the Seal of Magic. All the things are on cooldown. They throw up all their buffs again, and she removes all of them, and it kills them. It's a really quick, easy run to do. But 29 seconds, I think, is a really great run for it. I have seen faster, but they're like two. But the guy has 2 nuts on his team, the new guys, and he got lucky through both of them, and they're actually doing more damage, I think, right now than what they're supposed to. Because I thought that they weren't supposed to do that much damage, but they are. They're doing an incredible amount of damage. So anyway, that's like, that's the build. That's how it goes. It's a nice, easy, quick run. So guys, I hope this helps you out. Like I said, subscribe. Give it a thumbs up for me. And I hope everybody has a good luck with this. And thanks for watching it.